one day.
Calling the meeting to order at 1:31. Opening ceremonies. We don't have to reflect. Do we have to do the pledge, though? We don't have it there. We don't have to pledge.
Yeah, Pledge of
So we have to
Allegiance is
pledge?
here.
Yeah, we have to pledge. Please stand for a moment of silence. I'll lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, because we're not
Because it's a
having it
meeting.
later. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
right. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call.
Ms. Metoyer?
Here.
Ms. Fuller? Here. Ms. Black? Ms. Yelsey?
Here.
Ms. Bartow? Here. Ms. Anderson? Here. Ms. Snell? Dr. Navarro?
Here.
I need a motion.
Move adoption of the agenda as presented.
Mrs. Flor moved. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mrs. Yelsey. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. You have community input, yes.
This is an opportunity for the public to address the board regarding items on the special meeting agenda. Each speaker has 3 minutes to address the board, and speakers may not cede unused time to other speakers. Per board policy 9323, there is a maximum of 20 minutes of comment per topic. With board consent, the president may increase or decrease the time allowed for public comments depending on the topic and the number of persons wishing to speak. All comments are recorded in full on the meeting video record. When addressing the board, it is helpful if you state your name and address for the record.
Mrs. Lees.
Good afternoon, Madam President and members of the board. Thank you for your service. I know you don't get paid for the hours at 24/7 that you're on duty. My name is Wendy Lees, and I just have a few minutes before I go to work. And first of all, I wanted to commend you having to do with the superintendent's evaluation that, that I work at College Hospital and I teach kids who are there because they have suicide ideation and other mental disorders, some of it from drugs, some of it just for various causes. But I really do see that Newport-Mesa is organized in a better way than other districts as far as mental health services. And but I think there still needs to be more for teacher engagement, and in other words, the teachers get the in-service training, but they need to really understand the red flags, as we all probably sadly saw the 10-year-old girl from Santa Ana or Westminster who took her life. And so we all have to work together as a community to look for those red flags and be kind. And I have used the example at Costa Mesa High School in the middle school young lady. I've used that as a lesson, the be kind, and I printed that out, and to kind of inculcate in our kids the whole attitude of kindness. But that being said, and when you're going to go into closed session in a few minutes regarding the superintendent's evaluation, I'm in touch with 2 groups. One's called California Aware, and the other one is First Amendment Coalition. And those are both groups that are formed for open government, for transparency, to make sure that there are no Brown Act violations. And I'm concerned that the superintendent's evaluation was supposed to be concluded by June 30th, 2019, and here you are. It's October, and you're still not finished. And I think that you owe it to the community to at least be transparent on the annuity, the renewal of his contract. It's very confusing. Does it get renewed automatically for 3 years? Does it get renewed for 1 year? I think you owe it to the community to be clear on the terms of the superintendent's contract. The other thing I think you need to understand when you go in there today, that you do not violate the Brown Act. I believe that your meeting here on January 24th earlier this year was a violation of the Brown Act. And I have written a letter to the district attorney with Ms. Asper asking for an investigation, that some of the information that was presented to you here in this room by your staff was really public information regarding the goals. and that I should have been here as a taxpayer, parent, and grandparent to know exactly what are the goals this year and that are wrapped into the superintendent's contract. So please remember that when you go in. Do not violate the Brown Act. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Wendy.
Thank you. Okay, let it be noted that when we move to closed session, there will be no closed session readout following closed session, and we will be adjourning from the inside.
Dr. Navarro, just as a question, I know that there's specific language for to go into closed session. Is this the only wording that we can use, superintendent evaluation? So can we do an explanation of what it is? It has to be just this.
You see it it's in the government code, what language you can use. So all of our items that are on your agenda are actually run by an attorney to make sure it's
Okay,
properly phrased.
because it's like, it's too bad we can't say that it's not really about that. It's really about
But
the
it is about-
document. But-
That was something that came up actually at the CSBA training that I just went to this weekend. It was talking about the difference between often the district's goals get put in the superintendent evaluation time, but that it needs to be really clear that they're different. Even if you speak of the district goals in the evaluation, there also needs to be district goals that in open session.
I think we've had,
Okay.
yeah, perfect.
That being said, we are recessing into closed session.